In this New World video, I'm gonna test all of the melee weapons attack speed. I'll be testing each auto attack, heavy attack, and of course, the light attack combos. As a bonus, at the end of this video, I'm also gonna test Fury, Raging Torrent, and Perforate to see how those abilities affect the attack speed of the weapon as well. Before we do the test, why did I actually decide to do this test? Well, in my previous videos, I tested Keenly Empowered, Chain, and Keenly Jagged, and people commented on my video that said that higher attack speed weapons can benefit more from Keenly Empowered. So the question popped up, what is actually the fastest attacking speed weapon in New World? These questions need some answers, and that's why I'm actually doing this test, and you might also benefit from knowing each weapon attack speed, since there's no way to actually know which weapon is the fastest attack speed weapon in New World. So let's go find out which is actually the fastest attacking speed weapon in New World. I just showed you 27 different tests in a 7-second clip, so you might be overwhelmed about all of the information. Don't worry, I'm gonna break down all of my results in a neatly summarized spreadsheet, but first I encountered some roadblocks doing this test. Doing these tests, I struggled to actually monitor the end of the animation of each attack. So what I did, I monitored the start of the animation of the attack until I actually got a damage indicator. So with the auto attack, when my character started to move his arm, I would start tracking the auto attack until I actually get a damage number. That's how I calculated the attack speed. So this test might not be 100% accurate on the attack speed, but it's a good indication of the time to damage. Also, this test can also be influenced by my frame rate, so there's some ways that this data can be not 100% correct, and there's also some room for human error. So take that into account when I show you the results of this test. So here's the results for the fastest single auto attack weapon, and this counts for all melee weapons. So the fastest weapon was the Void Gauntlet, and second place was the Hatchet, and the Rapier and the Great Axe actually had the same attack speed. Last place went to Sword and Shield, which is kinda funny since I didn't expect it. But just because one auto attack is faster doesn't mean that it has the fastest attack speed combo, which means that if you do multiple attacks you go into a combo attack. So let's see which one has the fastest combo attack. So the fastest combo attack went to the Rapier, Void Gauntlet, and then the Sword and Shield. And the slowest combo was the Warhammer. So what I did here was I would count the auto attack combo. For example, the Sword and Shield might have a free auto attack combo, so I would take the time that it took for that combo to end, and then I would divide it by 3. And this will give us the average time for each auto attack in the combo, which will give us the fastest attack speed combo per auto attack. Doing this makes it an even playing field for all weapons, since some weapons even have 4 auto attacks, some have 3, some have 2, and so on. Now we're going to look at the heavy attacks. So the fastest heavy attack went to the Void Gauntlet, Rapier, and Sword and Shield. And the slowest heavy attack of all of the weapons went to the Spear. One thing that I noticed is that the heavy attack of the sword and the single attack of the sword is almost the same amount. So you might as well do a heavy attack with the sword if you just want to do one single auto attack. The heavy attack only takes 5 milliseconds more, but you do way more damage with the heavy attack. So you might as well use heavy attacks when you use the Sword and Shield for one auto attack. As I promised, here's the bonus test that I did. So I tested the fastest auto attack ability, which will be Raging Torrent for the Hatchet, Perforate for the Spear, and Flurry for the Rapier. As you can see, the Rapier came on top with the fastest attack speed ability. The Hatchet is second, and of course last place goes to the Spear. if you use one of these abilities, the attack speed is insane. It beats out all of the other weapons and all of the other auto attack speed combos or even single auto attacks. So these 3 abilities might make the best use of Keenly Empowered. These are the best 3 abilities to execute somebody as fast as possible. After doing this test, I learned a lot of new things, and I might have opened a whole new can of worms. I'm always happy to receive some constructive criticisms on where I can improve my test. I learn so much from the comments each day when I have done a test, and there's actually some valuable information in the comments, so always read the comments after I've made one of these videos. Some of the people give really amazing feedback and knowledge, and I learn a lot from the comments, so thank you for that. So conclusion time. The fastest attack speed weapon is the Void Gauntlet, funny enough, since it's a magical weapon, but if you use Void Blade, it's the fastest attack speed weapon on this list. I would also say that Rapier is also one of the fastest. It's basically tied with Void Gauntlet. If you use Flurry, the thing is insane. I think Flurry is really underrated at the moment, since it gives so much damage in such a short period of time. I think more people should use Flurry. So if you want to go an assassin build, Flurry is probably one of the best abilities you can go with. At the moment people are using Rapier for its utility. I can see why, since it has such great utility, but I also think that Rapier can do some insane amount of burst damage if you use it the correct way. Some things that surprised me in this test was the Sword and Shield. I actually didn't expect the Sword and Shield to have such a slow light attack speed, and the attack speed of the heavy attack is almost the same as the light auto attack, so you might as well heavy attack with the Sword and Shield if you're gonna do one auto attack with the Sword and Shield. Also, the Sword and Shield combo is actually really good. It does a lot of damage in a quick amount of time, so the Sword and Shield can actually burst people if you use it correctly. The slowest weapon in all of this test was the Warhammer, which was expected since it's probably the heaviest weapon of all of the melee weapons. It was the slowest at the auto attack combo and the second slowest at the heavy attack. This is expected, but remember that you should only use half fully charged heavy attacks with the Warhammer to increase its attack speed, which is recommended when you're going to PvP with the Warhammer. Also, the Great Axe attack speed also surprised me. So the single auto attack is the same as the Rapier, so it's really fast. But if you do a combo attack with the Great Axe, it's the second slowest combo attack in the game, just after the Warhammer. So I might start doing more single auto attacks than combos, and actually dodge weaving more with my single auto attacks while using the Great Axe. So what surprised you from this video, or what did you take away from this video? Leave it in the comments. If you would like to see a video where I test the Great Axe heavy attack versus the light attack, go and watch this video.